Alright, so I put a little thought into this one. This is my version of the Revenant from Night Rain. The reason I chose this particular look is because in the pictures that I see, it looks like she's got a lot of hair, and I figured this best encapsulated that. But we can switch things up. We can go a couple ways here. Let me just find it. Ronnie's shit. So this is probably the next best. You know, she's got her own long hair. She's got the little flowers in her hair. This, to me, what looks a bit goofy. So that's why I chose this. One of the others that I found, one of the other skins, found that it works the best, looks-wise. Let's just find it here. And then if you go with something with a big cape, instead of using these, we can use these because they're pretty well covered up. And this is more like the attack that she would use. Couldn't really get a whole lot of like speed unless I put Bloodhound Step on the other claws. So this still allows her to move pretty quickly and close the distance. Let's see, the other look is, let's find it. Confessor Hood. This here, or no, not that one, it's this one. And then I'm not really sure what the other two pieces were, but this is close enough. And that's pretty much it for her. As far as the look aesthetic goes. Little flower in my hair, let's go. This here, nope, not that one. All right, so don't ask how in 3 playthroughs that I didn't get the spell that I wanted. So pretty much we're going with things that are, I guess, non-attacking as far as spells go. Let's see what we're using here. I'll sit down. It's easier to figure out instead of remembering all the spell names. So we got rejection. We're keeping enemies off of us. Basically a ranged rejection. I threw this in just for fun because I need an AoE. Instead of Flame Sling, I would use the Black Fireball. We got this for keeping our summons alive. So that's like a heal over time. That'll help us keep our summons up. This is a big heal, like a big heal. This is heal from afar so I can stay out of combat because I'm squishier. I threw this in just for another like AoE, and I know in the videos I saw her using like the Godskin incantations. This, along with this is going to mimic her special ability. That'll allow our summon and ourselves to withstand one attack, even at one HP. The Call of Tibia is going to be more or less for like the necromancy part, you know. This is to also help along with that necromancy thing. So as we're killing stuff out in the world, whatever, you know, we come across a pack of enemies, we could charm them and they become ours. Because she has the harp, I'm gonna, or the lyre or whatever it's called. And that's why I chose the harp bow. And we're not gonna just let it do nothing. It's not just for looks. We're gonna use like status effect type stuff to help our summons out. Past that, the physic you want to use. Definitely want to use the Glovework Crystal tier, because that's going to increase the damage of our spirit summons. And the Crimson Burst Dry tier, that's going to help us keep our summons alive. So that's pretty much what I came up with. This works fine at level 150 or below. I'd go for like 150 though. The thought behind this is because in Night Rain, you know, she's a bit squishier, so she has less FP. But I'm also, I need FP to sustain my spirit summons. So because I'm squishier, I'm using the shield, Ritual Shield Talisman, which shouldn't be hard to keep up because I got all these healing deals. This is going to boost our overall FP. And then Shard of Alexander for, you know, giving us a little more damage when we use Barrage. And giving us more damage when we use this here. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I'm going to go through, fight the 4 or 5 bosses that I fight, and that'll be that. So, you know, there's nothing boosting the damage of this harp bow, and it's not very, very strong in and of itself. Oh, that's something I didn't go over. So for spirit summons, we're going to be using either the Page or the Mad Pumpkin. Either one's fine. You want to use this guy when you got big groups of enemies. If I proc Blood Loss, he goes in the fucking super rage mode. So that's the reason for the blood arrows specifically. This guy, there's nothing that makes him go crazy, but he's pretty good helping out with range or things that fly. So he can also attack from a distance, which you'll see here shortly. It's overall not too shabby. I wish there were something I could use to mimic the big giant skeleton that she has, but sadly there's nothing. So we'll go ahead, we'll pop out our page. So I guess the one thing you could say about this is like it's definitely more drawn out gameplay, and you can be a little more methodical. If I had the black fireball, I don't know how I didn't get it. I would have definitely been using that in the fight, which I'll get it on this run here. Just like the other playthroughs, I'm not going to go through the whole place. It just doesn't make sense. You know, and to make this build work, ideally, you just want enough, what you call it, dex to use the bow, enough dex and strength, which I think you can use it right out the gate with any character. Yeah, pretty much. You want enough, obviously, to use this or the other, the bear claws. And then dump all your shit into faith, health, and mind. Now, I have taken this through the whole game, and I've done really well. Beat it, all that good shit. So it's not impossible. You just got to make sure you sustain your spirit summons for the boss fights. If you guys can think of something else that would make this build better or more similar to the Night Rain character itself, let me know. I guess keep in mind that this is NG+3, and so, I mean, I'll show you my AR. It's really not anything great, especially compared to something like my Wilder build or whatever, but, I mean, this shit slaps. We got 353 going for our seal. Like, we're in good shape. Real quick. Let's see. While I'm thinking about it, if you wanted to, but I guess our deal isn't to really do damage, but if you wanted to, you could swap this out for the Godfrey icon. That way your damaging spells or offensive spells have more punch to them, especially if you're charging them like you should. Either one is fine. So I guess just to kind of show that, I'll switch. Memorize spell, we'll get rid of this placeholder. And head back down here. In case I die, because it's very possible I might. Granted, he's not a super difficult boss. Um, I mean, you see what we were capable of. So with that done, we gotta go here. I guess to take things a little further, so you can use spirit summons, or I would anyways, add them in if you had the resources to build them up, as we're in Lindell, right? So all we got to do is find which summons are for said area, and then, summon them accordingly. That can act as the necromantic shit that she has. Let's see. You know what? I think we might do that. So let me just find it here. Right here. Not the Halleck tree guys. I might not have them. There we go. Lindell Soldier Ashes. So I'll just level those up really quick and change back to my other setup for the Revenant. Where is it? Here. 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 Spirit tuning. Alright, now we'll go back up there and take on this tree sentinel. So I wouldn't suggest making this build until you've gone through at least once and grabbed all of these spells. Otherwise, you're going to have a really difficult time playing as a Revenant. That was my fault for dying there. I was caught up in what I was doing. I haven't played it for a while. You see, it's definitely easy. It's definitely possible. Like, again, even if this wasn't NG plus and I wasn't level 300, you can achieve what I'm doing very easily. See, not a ton of help from me, you know. As far as damage goes, I just tried to sustain and whatever. Just quickly get through this and fight the other two bosses and then stream and get on one of the other Nightfarers that I made, or will make.
bringing me here, and thus I shall farewell. I shall leave. I wish you luck. You have I have no.
That was just me showing, like, even if you're fighting bigger, tankier characters or enemies, you can still do work on them, man. Like, damage isn't a problem. What's really helping is the fact that they're frost infused and have innate bleed, so that's going to help us wreck them pretty much. Oop. See, it's a pretty pretty easy thing to do. Like I said, I on my other character I had 43 mind at level 150, and it's easy to sustain those heals on your what you call it, on your spirit summons. Got tough enemies that you're not super comfortable fighting? Easy wins. Keeps you out of combat. Pretty easy. Such a delayed attack. Summon wasn't getting much aggro. It's alright. I'll get him this time. Not anything we can't handle. Kind of embarrassing, but you'll have that. And that's all she wrote, folks. I'll come back with another. I think I've got the executor to do, the raider, and the guardian. So I'm going to come up with those, hopefully come up with something decent. Oh, and I've got the recluse as well. The recluse I've already got lined up. It's more or less just switching this around to be that. So, oh no, I'll be back here shortly. Thanks for watching. Hope you found it fun. And I mean, I think it's cool to see all the things that this game allows you to do. Basically, we have Night Rain and Elden Ring too. I mean, that's pretty neat. The right setup. I mean, it's not exact, but it's close enough. All right, you guys, take care. I'll see you in the next one.